the Heliante, with the Helion, with the Heli Berry, with the Heli Burton, with the Heli...
What I don't understand is that guys were made to pursue girls, yet we live in a society where, because of the lack of men there are, girls are having to throw themselves at guys to even have them look their way. Please.
In my opinion, and I need to know this from men, when you get to a place where you feel like I'm out, how can we resuscitate you? How do we resuscitate you when you have checked out, men?
I got a better question. What? How do you know when he says they're done at this point?
I know. So men help out. How do you stop it from getting there? Ladies want to know this.
Great nine. Do the things we did in the beginning. That's the thing. Keep dating, keep talking.
This question is for men in their 30s who are single, have no kids, probably zero dating life. What are you guys doing to live your life? Or what are you guys doing? Like, what are the hobbies that you're picking up? Yesterday, I asked the same question to women in their 30s who are single with no kids, dating life. The response has been so insane. There was like 600 comments within like less than 12 hours. It's insane. Women are doing all these amazing things to basically go learn a new skill, hobbies, and just living their life, which is very inspiring for me. What are men doing? Because I really want to know.
They aren't shooting no shots no more.
Yeah, y'all ruined that.
Feminism ruined it.
You get accused of certain things, you're creep.
If I'm not giving you eye contact, don't come up to me.
That's confusing.
Yeah, the eye contact is not.
No, my smile a little bit.
A lot of women have these issues between finding men that like them. Because a lot of girls would think if I walk up to a dude and ask for him, he might think that I'm pressed and thirsty. And you're looking over there and you winking at me, I still have to approach you.
You don't think a wink is opening the door?
No.
If I wink at you, you need to come talk to me.
It might be something in your eyes. I don't know. Man wants to know that the door is open. He wants to pursue. Like, he doesn't want you to pursue him. He wants to pursue, but just know the door is open.
Okay. So I'm going to be better about that.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
I've told her that women are smarter than men, that men take power, but women have innate power inside of us. But in society, we don't always have as much power. And I've told her that women are better leaders. She did tell me that she told her dad that women are smarter than men, that girls are smarter than boys. And she told me, well, dad is smart. I'm divorced, if you can't tell.
Where is dad? Where is dad? And then she brings in, oh, well, the dad, said, oh, I'm divorced. Honey, no, Sherlock, you're a nightmare. You're a total head case. And I don't know what went on in your marriage. Maybe the dad was a jerk. I don't know. But maybe, did you go in with this attitude? Did you go in with a man-hating attitude and expect a man to not want to get that out of there? Was that part of it? It's just a fair question, right?
Watch your mouth. Dress like a...
He's not. Hey, look at fucking you. You fucking fuck boy.
It does matter. She needs to respect herself. Why is it my business? Because I'm a young man and I'm enforcing mine. Well, she's a young woman and she needs to respect herself. Watch her mouth. Watch her mouth. What am I going to do? You're going to let your girl defend you? I don't think that's the issue here. Wait, look, I'm crossing the road on Rainbat. Cross the road. I'm crossing the road on Rainbat. Cross. Wait, look, cash out. All right, I win. You guys are the problem defending that. You and your sister are the problem here. Yeah, let's go.
You're not just resentful of people. You're starting to resent who you had to be. The strong one, the reliable one, the one who figures it out. That version of you got you here. But now you're looking at her like, but at what cost? Because she didn't say things, didn't stop things, didn't choose herself when it mattered. She held it together. Yeah, she did. But she also held you back from breaking patterns sooner. And that's a hard pill to swallow, because now the anger isn't just outward. It's like, I knew better at times, and I still stayed in it. You're not just grieving what happened. You're grieving how long you stayed being the version of you who could survive it.
A lot of these modern women spend decades being told to be independent, to be strong, and now they're exhausted. Now you're alone. Now you're realizing that nobody wants you. And you can't even say that people didn't warn you about the cost, because they did. Turns out that advice was trash. Should have listened.
What's up, my guys? Have you been trying to win a girl over and it just doesn't seem to be going anywhere? We all know that some girls can be hard to read. So I'm gonna help you see the signs a little bit more clearly and help you decide if it's time to stop pursuing her. Let's get into it. Are you feeling confused? Yes, it's probably time to move on. When someone wants to be with you, they'll make it clear. And if you're making it clear on your end, it should be reciprocated. She introduces you as a friend with literally no hesitation. She never has time or just constantly keeps flaking on plans. Listen, if somebody cancels plans, they need to reschedule. It's not your problem. Is she not replying to you? It's not as deep as you think it is. She just doesn't want to engage in conversation. Stop lessening your self-worth by begging for a response. Move on. She doesn't know what she wants. Well, let her go figure it out. Since when were you a certified therapist? Do you feel like every conversation nowadays with your close friends is literally just you seeking advice? She's taking control of your life. She hasn't pursued you at all. If it's one-sided, there's your answer. This situationship is not serving you.
This is why I'm still single. I just went on a date with a man and he told me I looked like I would be on Love Island. Like, straight up. Not a joke. I was like, that's kind of offensive. You mean the show where they're all like making out with each other in bikinis and sleeping in like one giant room? When did I give off that vibe?
So are we single in our 40s and 50s because there are no good men? Or are we single in our 40s and 50s because we don't tolerate stuff we used to? I think it's the latter. I don't tolerate, well, I don't know. Maybe it's a combo. I don't tolerate stuff I used to. I think I used to ignore a lot of red flags. I used to not see icks. I used to think like certain things were okay. But I've been tested a little bit lately, and I'm not going to accept things that I used to accept. I'm not. And I have higher standards now, and that's okay. And I have deal breakers, and I have things that I want that maybe before I was a little willing to settle, and I've settled before and I wasn't happy. So let's continue not to settle. Let's set high standards for ourselves, and let's just hope that there are some good guys out there. We're not finding them on dating apps, as we can see. I am convinced that dating apps just are not good anymore. And I know on the rare occasion you can meet somebody nice. I don't know. There has to be a better way.
You ever tell yourself, this time it will be different, but somehow it never is? My husband and I went on a little staycation at the lake, had great food, walked around, and just enjoyed being together. But being in that kind of environment, it was easy to fall back into the trap of, have a couple drinks. You deserve it. You're on vacation. This morning, I woke up with that familiar headache and that same thought. How do I always end up back here? Recently, I heard one of my new favorite girls on here, Aaliyah, talk about how Jesus went 40 days and 40 nights, fully reliant on God and prayer. And that really stuck with me, because when I try to rely on my own strength, I always end up in the same spot. Now, I don't have an alcohol problem. I have a problem with finding comfort in the wrong things, anything other than God. And man, this world is hard to live in when you are chasing joy and peace anywhere but Him. So for the next 40 days, I am choosing to be sober, to lean into prayer, instead of picking something up that only numbs me for the moment, to choose presence over patterns. I truly feel this will only benefit me as a wife and mother, to show up more grounded, more patient, and more connected. If you are in that same place, I would love for you to join me, or just even help keep me accountable.
Women want men to read their minds, make the first move, approach correctly, show up in a certain way. That's the entire industry, teaching them how they should be pursued. But when a man doesn't nail it, when a man doesn't do as they want him to do, as they think he should do, then he's the problem. Instead of saying, maybe I should adapt to what society is doing.
A man shouldn't stop a woman from being who she is. If she want to step out and be sexy, show some and twerk, there should be no problem.
Earlier you said you want a man that's wise.
Correct.
Okay. You said if she want to dress sexy, the man should permit her to dress sexy without trying to restrict her and hinder her. Imagine you say, well, I want to eat McDonald's. And imagine your man said, nah, man, I care about you too much. That's bad for you. I don't want you to eat McDonald's. I would rather you eat X, Y, and Z. This is not this man being insecure. This is not him being no negative description. This is a man that has a certain level of wisdom. They can see how this action is harmful, and out of loving you, he trying to make sure you don't do the harmful action. So would you say the man who restricts you from eating McDonald's is insecure or doing something negative?
In the sense, like, even though you want me to be healthy, I still want to eat some unhealthy stuff. So I'm always a risk taker. And I like feeling sexy. I just like doing me. And I feel like in a relationship, a man shouldn't stop a woman from being who she is. If she want to step out and be sexy, show some and twerk, there should be no problem. But like flirt with the men and stuff, that's where you cross the line.
Now, me and one of my friends were just walking the West Side Highway for like an hour, and of course the conversation of dating comes up, and she's like, where are you meeting guys? Like, where are the guys hanging out? Because I do not use dating apps. I have literally been on 2 dating app dates in my entire life, and I have good success in the wild, I would say. And I'm like, you know what? We're asking the question wrong. It's not where am I finding the guys, it's where are the guys hanging out? So if you're a guy in New York City, where are you going? And do not tell me a bar or a club. I am not finding my husband at either of those places. I am going to the bars to have a girls' night. I don't go to clubs, so yeah. Girls' night. Where are the guys going? Where can we meet you? If you are a single, eligible bachelor, a good man, where can we find you? And do you want to be found? Because it seems a little questionable when we're out and about. Like, do you even want to be found? We're here. We're right in front of your face. We are under your nose. So approach us. Why are we not approaching?
You know, with a lot of these modern women making their demands, the second a man says, you shouldn't expect me to have to pay for every single thing, then it's controversial. But equality only seems to apply when it benefits a woman. Real 50-50 would mean that you would pay at some point in time. You would pursue. You would take the risk. But that's not what modern women actually want, now is it?
What is the most icky thing that a guy can do? Imagine you go out and he orders a matcha. Like, men used to go to war.
Less than 2% of men actually served the military, and those that went to war, most of them were getting cheated on with men who didn't go to war. But y'all don't want to talk about that. Like, I'm part of the 2%. I served 8 years in the Navy, and I used to tell people all the time, because it didn't take long to know, because it's human behavior. But every time people came, whether they were men or women, they'd come to the ship happy, in love. They got a long-term boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance back home. And I told them, at max, 6 months, you won't be talking to each other. And it never took more than a couple months. Never took more than a couple months. Out of everyone that came to the ship in my 3 years on that ship, 1 out of all of them, 1, and they're like happily married with kids today, 1. The rest of them either cheated or got cheated on, right? So when y'all go, men used to go to war, yeah, and y'all used to cheat on them with men who didn't go to war. The more you know.
Girlies in their late 20s, early 30s.
Where are we finding men?
Unfortunately, they are working overtime instead of going out and dating because they feel they will never be attractive enough or wealthy enough for a girl ever again. They would rather check their weather app than chat with another person on Hinge. If they're not at work, they're usually at home, the gym, playing video games with friends, or fighting for democracy. You're welcome.
If you're making $50,000, don't date. I'm just being for real. You're not ready to date.
Again, I'm with you.
You're not ready to date because courtship costs.
Okay.
Everything costs. You can go for 22 walks in the park. Eventually, shorty is gonna need a sip of something. She's gonna be thirsty. This bottle of water is $3 in Atlanta. Let's not play. So if you don't have any expendable cash, don't date. And whatever that looks like for you, you might only make $50,000, but you live in a shoe, and now you got expendable cash. Or get you a bottom of the barrel that's gonna date you when you have no money. If she doesn't have that expectation, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, enjoy it while it lasts, because eventually you're gonna wanna run. Because she doesn't stretch you, she doesn't make you the man that you need to become. She allows you to be this stagnant dude in the same jeans for days. You know what I'm saying?
We cutting up. You talk about me.
But yeah, so at the end, Tico was kind of going off a little bit, but again, the first video we saw, it's like, oh, where are all the guys at? You know, where are the guys?
I think these two women need to have a conversation.
Exactly.
Where to meet people in real life. I know we're all super tired of the dating apps, and whether or not you live in New York City, this is going to be very helpful. Number one, walking my dog. Yes, a guy literally stopped me on the street while I was walking Crackers, asked for my number. It was giving all the rom-com vibes. Didn't work out, but Crackers and I literally flew home after that encounter on our walk. Number two, Soho House. No, I am not a member. Yes, I was there with a friend, and I locked eyes with a guy, and he walked over, asked for my number. Another couple of times it has happened while I was eating dinner at the bar inside of a restaurant, all by myself. Y'all, you cannot be afraid to do things alone. I get asked for my number by myself more than not. Soho Grand Hotel. This is a bar that is inside a hotel lobby that pops freaking off. You need to be going to places where things are popping off. You know the vibe. You know what's driving people there. You know which places are out there that you need to go to. Y'all, I love a hotel bar. When I lived in Philly, I used to go to the Ritz-Carlton hotel bar all the time. I would go by myself. I would get asked for my number all the time. I recently started going to the Waldorf Astoria hotel bar here in New York City because it just reopened. And my girl loves her Hilton points, okay? Somebody asked for my number recently at the hotel bar inside the Waldorf Astoria. Again, if you don't live in New York City, you can find a hotel bar near you. All the details and all the restaurants that I have been to where guys have asked for my number are broken down on my Substack for free. Tap the link in the bio, check it out.
What's funny is that with all these modern women talking, men still do 99% of the dangerous, body-destroying work in this country. But somehow, some way, that gets erased from the conversation. Economic inequality. In that argument, men's contribution to society always gets forgotten. It's just, woe is me. I'm doing terrible. And modern women conveniently continue to forget who is actually building the infrastructure of this country.
Be so for real. Why are there so many women on this post saying silent repost or expressing their disappointment when their husband is texting them and not their sneaky link? Make that make sense. Y'all claim that you want these healthy relationships, that you want to be in partnerships long term, but this is how you treat the men that you're in partnerships with. And then you can't understand why he's mad, why he's angry, maybe why he's drinking too much, why he feels alone, why he's unhappy with you. And most of y'all will come online and say all men are cheaters, that 50% or whatever the percentage of men that cheat, but y'all never want to talk about that there's women involved in that cheating. Y'all never want to talk about your part in anything. All you're going to do is come online and be a victim to your situation because, let me guess, he's narcissistic, he's and it's the same old story every single time, but the part that you fail to mention is the part where you've been cheating literally the entire time. So these women get to be pieces of men and it's always the man's fault, but when she fucks up, it's still his fault for not being emotionally available or in tune with her emotions or whatever dumb to basically avoid accountability that women tell themselves. And let's be so for real, we all know how it goes. She'll become a single mother and then she'll be crying online about how no men want to date single mothers, even though she created this entire situation in the first place. And now it's all the man's fault for not wanting to date her, for not being emotionally in tune, for not being there for her. And, you know, he is the reason that she cheated and she ruined the entire family dynamic. And it's no wonder that so many men have checked out of relationships. They've checked out of marriages because literally the reward is just not worth the risk. Okay, bye.
My best friend's man says she's no longer allowed to talk to me. Okay, so I'm trying to plan an absolute banger of a weekend since I am single and I can, and she was like, I can't go. What? She was like, girl, I am so sorry, but my man said to me, girl, you're not going. I don't think that you should be around Megan anymore. I was like, hang on a second. He was totally fine with you hanging out with me when I had a man, but now all of a sudden, no? What the fuck is that?
That is a completely logical response to a man in a relationship with a woman whose friend wants to go out and do single stuff. Like, how is that so hard to comprehend? You literally just said yourself you're going to have a banger of a weekend because you can, and you're single. You weren't doing these things. I'm assuming you're doing host because you weren't doing these things when you had a man. And that's when you didn't have a problem with y'all hanging out, because you were doing things that people in relationships do, not single people. Now that you're single and you want to go out and you want to get up and you want to dance and you want to meet boys and do all this other, it's like, why would he let his girl go out and do that? No, that's just going to end up with her being single like you. No thanks. And kudos to this woman, because y'all can say that this is controlling or whatever you want. You can scream it up and down. But this is a woman that clearly respects her man and does not want to ruin her relationship. And y'all really need to figure out who your actual friends are, because if your friends are trying to get you to go out and do single and trying to cause problems in your relationship, they're not really your friend.
So you have a lot of these women asking where the real men are. Just, and the way that they act, you have to ask why they're even asking that question. I mean, have you seen yourself? Have you seen that the way that you conduct yourself? A real man is going to see that. You're not going to pass the bar. You're not going to be able to pass the security check. You know, like you go to the game and you're going through the gate, and then they have those metal detectors and those little metal detecting wands and stuff like that. Y'all can't get past that. So you're not in the game. You don't even have a chance to meet these type of men because you can't even get in the arena. You can't even get in the stadium because they done already seen you on your way up. You walking up with your girls, they already know what type of woman you are. Imagine that. I'm telling you, modern women think that men are easy. They think that men are not paying attention, but men actually are. Men pay a lot of attention. I know y'all don't like to hear that. I know y'all don't think that, but they're paying attention, period.
What a lot of men end up doing is that they find they find this woman, they fall in love. It's like everything that they've ever wanted, but there's parts of themselves that they never bring into the relationship. So they're usually, some of the characteristics are like, they're usually completely annihilated whenever that woman is disappointed. Right? She's disappointed. She's upset. He's done something. It's like catastrophic for that man. She's usually on a pedestal. So you have this like one up, one down type of dynamic where she's the, over functioning and he's the chronic underfunctioner, right? Everything that's wrong in the relationship is because of him. And, he's always doing something wrong.
This is his perspective.
That's his perspective, right? It might not be her perspective. And slowly he'll start to withhold parts of himself. He'll withhold maybe the more aggressive part of himself, or he'll withhold his boundaries. He'll withhold his wants and needs and desires. So he'll withhold all these things. This is like classic people pleasers and nice guys. And they'll withhold all of these parts, but they'll also withhold those like primal energy. So the ways that they want to engage with that woman. They'll withhold those, and then it has nowhere to go, and then they'll find they'll find an archetype of whether it's through fee and only all the porn watching, or somebody that they start to idolize online, or somebody that they actually find. And so I see a lot of men that are unfaithful that have gone through this cycle, is that they've bifurcated their vision, or they've separated out their vision of the woman that they're with, and they've taken parts of themselves that they would normally want to bring into the relationship, and either tried to kill them off, like, oh, that's not okay, that primal way that I want to be with that woman, I'm going to try and kill it off, or they just have a different place that they get that need met, right? Porn, OnlyFans, and stuff.
I think we're really losing recipes around this. And the reason why I say that is because men act like they are so scared to talk to women. I have never been in a generation that act like they are so scared to talk to women. And y'all, because when we talk to women, they either want to record and make videos, or they just loud and embarrassed. Okay, be mindful of the type of women you want to walk up to. Just like you don't approach a approach a woman. Just like I tell women, don't talk to talk to a man. There's a difference, and y'all need to learn that. But fellas, here's the thing. Say you see a woman, you out somewhere, say you're in Walmart, and you see a lady, and you see her, and you kind of, throw that real quick, hey, how you doing? And she responds back with a, okay, boy, that go to her. Because this whole creepy staring at women situation, this is creepy. And then once you stare at us too long, and you still looking, we looking at you like, okay, this creep. Walk up to her. Let her know, hey, I don't mean to disturb you. If I'm disturbing you, please let me know. Then I'll go ahead and walk away. But I don't want to be a bother. Can I have some of your time? And if she, oh, you're not disturbing me. Yeah, you can have some of my time. What's up? If she says that, you in there. Get the game going. If she like, oh, you're disturbing me, keep walking. The issue is y'all don't know how to take rejection. Now, if she give you, oh, yeah, you're not disturbing me, what's going on? That's when you lay your game down, baby. You lay your best game out there. You seen her from across the room. You thought she looked nice and you wanted to get to know her. Hey, can I give you my number and you call me? Or can I get your number and I call you so we can set something up? Simple. When I say it's that easy, because I'm seeing too many videos of, I seen a man, but he just stared. Like, say something. Say something. Stop being so scared. Women are not that scary.
What's crazy is that modern women, they come up with all these tests, man. They come up with all these tests to gone are the days. Gone are the days. Gone are the days to where we just had a regular conversation with people, man. Now we want to put them through the Legend of Zelda side quests. We want to put them through the Pokemon quest where you got to go here and go there and do this to get the rainbow badge and the rock badge or whatever it's called. I can't remember. I haven't played it in a long time. And you got to go over here to get this Pokemon, and you got to roam the field for 3 hours. Instead of just saying, hey, man, I want to have a conversation with you. Have the conversation. Really pay attention. Modern women, y'all talk about men. Learn how to ask the questions. Learn how to ask those questions, the right questions. Why not do that? Why not do that, man? Just modern women are not good at dating at all.
And to just leave like that after somebody just put money in your car for your gas.
What you mean? Leave like what?
When I was saying like, thank you, babe.
That's his little job.
Baby, the way y'all be missing these free open layups needs to be studied. Like, the lane is wide open for this, okay? Here's the thing. That mindset you have, that mindset right there is how relationships start to break down. Because the moment you start calling your partner's effort a job, you've turned something that was done out of care into something that's now considered an obligation. That's not sexy at all. Because now it's not about doing it out of love, it's doing it out of a duty. And nobody wants to feel like they're clocking into some type of job with you. Like, let me meet my requirements for the day. And here's the thing. Appreciation is not ever going to be optional in a relationship. It is a requirement. It is a requirement. And if you can do it daily, you need to do it daily. I don't care how expected something, is in a relationship. When someone does something for you, especially something intentional like that, you acknowledge it. Baby, acknowledge it. A simple thank you. Baby, I love when you fill my tank up. You can fill another type of tank tonight. Like, you can make it, be cute with it. You don't have to be, it's not a sign of weakness. It's a basic sign of respect. And you could tailor it to how your man likes to be spoken to, right? And I think that's what a lot of women miss is appreciation is actually a core emotional need for men. For a lot of men, baby. Respect and appreciation is how they actually experience love. Hear me again. Appreciation and love, or appreciation and respect is how men experience love. It's how they feel seen. It's how they actually feel valued in a relationship. So when it's missing, it doesn't go unnoticed. It changes how that man is going to start showing up for you. If he shows up at all. Because even if you think about it on like a psychological level, right? People repeat what feels appreciated. So if you want someone to keep showing up for you, you don't minimize, you never ever minimize their effort. You reinforce it. You give that positive reinforcement that you acknowledge what they do, you see what they do, and you appreciate what they do, right? And so the thing is, when that starts to happen, when someone feels unappreciated, that energy y'all got between y'all, it's going to change. It's going to change, and you're going to notice, and it's going to hurt. It goes from like, I want to do this for you, to like, oh, I guess I got to do it for you. Like, no one that mindset, nobody wants to carry that mindset.
I think for a lot of men, they walk away from dating because the rules keep changing, and a man can't keep up with that stuff. Just one day I want this, another day I want that. Last week, you could do a certain set of things or say a certain set of things to me. This week changed. And a man each week, honestly and truly, for these modern women, every hour, on the hour, you're supposed to know when her mind changes about something and be on board with it. Like, as a matter of fact, for a lot of modern women, they're expecting you to know exactly how they will feel and anticipate that move. So they haven't even thought it yet. It hasn't even crossed their mind, and they're expecting you to know and understand that and be like, okay, this is what she gonna want. Oh shoot, she likes pink today, but tomorrow she gonna like green. So let me go out and get everything green, nails green, hair green, green clothing, paint her car green. How do you know that? Well, I'm one step ahead of you because I know what you're going to think. I'm a psychic. I can read into the future. That's the type of time that modern women are on nowadays. They expect a man to just guess. And it's more than a guess. They expect a man to just know how I'm going to feel, know what I'm going to be doing, know why I'm going to be doing it, what drink I want, what food I want, the girls that I want to talk to, the girls that I want to hang out with, where I want to hang out with, type of food that I want, just all of it. At that point in time, men are saying it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. That's an attitude of entitlement. That's a delusional mindset. That's a mindset that's rooted in fantasy.
Why is it so hard dating in 2026? Somebody answer that for me. Quickly. So, hey besties, let's talk about why is it hard dating in 2026. Now, I'm going to speak specifically for Gen Z. I can't speak for no other generation. But for Gen Z, I personally feel like it's a accountability thing on both ends, and I'm going to tell you why. But I do think it's mostly the men's fault. Don't hate me. But you do have your guys who only come to a girl because they want to have they only stringing her along or being with her because they don't want to see nobody else with her, or they want to do everything under the sun that's a relationship thing but don't want the commitment or the responsibility. And I mean, it could be vice versa, but most females I know, we don't do casual. We like to be, we know what we want, and we want to be in a relationship. We want to be in love. Like, we don't do casual. I will also say, you dudes, y'all prefer the girl who shake her butt for social media, who don't have no ambition, not chasing no dreams or goals or any of that, versus the girl on this side who's working, taking care of herself, chasing her dreams, and has ambition and dedicating herself to something to better herself. Y'all don't like the good girl, and I don't know why. And I was just asking somebody, like, I work 2 jobs. I got my own car. I'm in school. I'm doing something with my life. But why is it that the good girl never win? Why? But on the other hand, y'all go to the girl with no self-respect and y'all treat her so right. And then when she do you wrong, you go back to the good girl and you try to take that behavior or that hurt out on her for the bad decision that you made. But I feel like it also can go hand in hand with females taking out their hurt and anger on a good dude. Because I will say, it's coming up on a year since I've been out of my relationship. And sometimes I do still get iffy about it. And I'm like in therapy and stuff to like resolve my emotions or whatever and my anger from that. But I found myself taking it out on a dude who did not deserve it. A dude who was taking me out, paying for stuff and all of that. And I took out my anger on him. And I don't even know why. Like, I couldn't tell you. Like, I don't even know why. But it's like, he didn't deserve that. And I think a lot of us need to stop trying to jump from, and this is what my counselor told me. A lot of us need to stop jumping from person to person, trying to get a distraction and take a step back to heal and unpack the necessary baggage we need to, instead of going to hurt somebody else who don't deserve it. And while I do think it's mostly the dude's fault, I know I can take accountability for the person that I hurt. Or, you know, like all of us need, because I'm sure all of us have treated somebody some way that we're not proud of. And we should all take accountability. Or we should all just, I don't really know. I don't have the answer all the way. But like, I just want to know, what do y'all think makes dating hard? Because for me, that's what I think it is. And that's why I'm taking a step back. Because I don't want nobody around me. Leave me alone. Like, for real. Okay, bye.
You know, now you have men stopped approaching and everybody wants to know why. But the answer is really simple, to be honest. It stopped being appreciated. You're acting like men are criminals. You walk up to a woman trying to be respectful, and what do you get? You get an attitude. You get somebody rolling their eyes. You get somebody putting their hand in your face. Maybe she records you and puts you on TikTok. Got you out here on YouTube, on Instagram, laughing. And a lot of times women don't understand that I don't know why, they don't understand if you do this enough times, then a man's gonna be like, oh, okay, well, let me go find something else to do. Why in the world would I continue to put myself out there to get embarrassed? Why? Why am I going to take the risk and I'm getting no reward? I'm not getting any appreciation for what I'm doing. It used to be a man could approach a woman, and even if she wasn't interested, she'd still be polite. Even if she ain't like him, oh no, thank you, I appreciate it. And you just walk off. You had your dignity, you had your self-respect intact, just gracious and polite. Okay, cool, no problem. But now you have women out here treating men like they a criminal but just coming and say hello. Man, open the door. You treat the man like a criminal, right? And so when you start telling men they've done something wrong, it's always, oh, well, you didn't do this right, or I like the approach and the line and all this other stuff, but I wouldn't have done this or whatever and whatnot. Men just stop walking up to you. Men just, they get to saying, well, you know what, she's gonna be silly anyway, so I'm gonna go do something else. I'm gonna go figure out something else to do. I'm gonna go be more productive with my time. And modern women, for some reason, they don't get it.